I'm Karen of Wildflower Quilting, and this video is about changing a pattern that starts and ends at the top to start and end at the bottom. If you have a repeatable pattern like this one that starts and ends at the top, you may want to change it and save a version of the pattern that starts and ends at the bottom because it's much easier to use with Roll Quilt end of set method. Let me show you how I do that. This pattern, as we can see, starts and ends at the top. I'll go turn on those indicators so that you can see that start and end. And it's a pretty simple thing to change this to a pattern that starts and ends at the bottom. Of course, this only works for patterns that are not directional. So this pattern would look essentially the same in this orientation or if it was upside down. There's more than one way to change this pattern so that it starts and ends at the bottom. But my favorite way is to put a copy of the design on the CAD screen, select it, and then choose your flip vertically option. So you can use the keyboard shortcut, or you can right click and go find it in the menu, flip it vertically. And as you can see, it flipped this pattern upside down. So now it starts and ends at the bottom. Now, before I save this pattern, I want to make sure that it still starts on the left. That's my green indicator, and ends on the right. That's my red indicator, because this pattern will no longer be repeatable if I switched or flipped the start and end. Repeatable designs have to start on the left and end on the right, and those start and end points have to be on the same horizontal plane. Now that I've changed the pattern, I want to save a permanent copy in my database so that every time I use this design in repeat patterns or edge to edge, it is going to start and end at the bottom, making it easier to use with end of set. Right click the pattern again, go down and choose Save Pattern, give the pattern a name, choose any appropriate pattern types. This one works as a border and an edge to edge. Add keywords if you want to, collections, and save and close. Now remember that there are copyrights attached to this pattern. Just because you changed it and saved it doesn't mean that you have the right to distribute this pattern, either sell it or give it away, but you can certainly use it for your own use. Save and close. Now in my pattern database, I have a copy of this design that starts and ends at the bottom for easy setup and simple use with end of set method. Thanks for watching and enjoy.